everybody, and welcome into today's edition of One Nation Weather. And we're talking about a dangerous storm that's been actually causing some blizzard conditions, some very dangerous weather in portions of California over the last day or so, and it's going to continue doing so for your Saturday today. It's going to move through the southwest to lose its moisture for a little bit, and then once it regains its footing, we'll see some rain, and northern side of this we'll see some mix and snowfall getting going. So certainly a dynamic system. Good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, February 25th, and here's a look at today's weather. You can see we're going to have some isolated shower coverage going on in the east here. We're kind of have a stalled boundary just sitting around, nothing too widespread out of this, but certainly some isolated rain showers from portions of eastern Arkansas. Gradually moving eastward throughout the day. This will be moving off the coast tonight, so portions of Pennsylvania, Ohio, anywhere where we're seeing some of that light snowfall right now, even some moderate snowfall at times, that'll move off the east coast before and after producing a little bit of accumulation in those areas. Heavy rain. I have the green icon there in the southwest here in portions of California, southern Nevada, and western Arizona for today and tonight. But in all reality, there is some snow. So if you go up in the higher elevations, get in those mountains, that is where we have some snow going on. Those blizzard conditions have been in place. So here's a look at the futurecast weather models. You can see rain getting going here, and there you go. The high elevation snowfall getting going through southern and eastern California here, and this will linger. This is as we go into this evening. We'll continue to see that snowfall and rainfall working its way out of California, through Nevada, into Arizona. Notice another system's going to be diving down. That'll be one we'll talk about later. But you can see snow is going to be making its way into the Four Corners region here. And replaying it one more time for you here, you can see there's that rain, that snowfall. Pretty heavy at times again, producing some very heavy rainfall, some flash flooding, as well as those concerning blizzard conditions in the higher elevations of the mountains. And by the way, that secondary system dipping down. That one, when I said I'll talk about it later, that'll be in a completely different video. Here's a look. I've adjusted the color key to make it look more like what you would see on Storm Prediction Center. That's spc.noaa.gov here. 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts is going to be your main threat here. We have a level 3 risk, but it's certainly on the lower end of that level 3, so keep it in mind here. There is going to be the potential for some gusty winds, and I definitely do not want you to just don't think about this at all. But certainly just keep it in mind that this is not the worst level 3 risk I've seen for sure here. Scattered large hail events to 1.5 inches in diameter, that golf ball size here, that's certainly possible in this mix. And a few weak tornadoes could also enter the mix, and by the way, that might be ping pong ball size here. Here we go. Let's pop up our futurecast radar for you here. Here comes that snow coming out of the Four Corners region. This is going to play a little slower because we are tracking thunderstorms at this. Isolated cells are going to get going as we hit the 7, 8 o'clock time frame here on your day tomorrow. Notice most of these start to immediately form a line, so I'm not expecting any organized tornado threat out of this, though. There is the potential for some isolated tornadoes. Notice how the line will go all the way into portions of central Texas, but the focal point for that is from Nebraska and southern Iowa, but mainly here in portions of Kansas, Missouri, and also in portions of Oklahoma. So let's go ahead and bring it to the model that's going to show us what's going on the northern side of this, because notice we start off with some light mix, maybe some sleet, some freezing rain on the northern end of this, and it's mainly going to be rain. This is what's going on here. You can see rain pushing up into portions of southeastern Minnesota, portions of Wisconsin here, and really it's only going to be in northern Michigan and the UP of Michigan, northern Minnesota, where we see the snow to basically take over here. Certainly not the heaviest of accumulations, but some of these spots I'm sure will pick up a few inches of snow, maybe even a little bit more than that, half a foot. It's certainly not out of the question with this event. Notice it'll be moving off to the east here pretty quickly as we go and start the day on your Tuesday. Storm Prediction Center is issuing a threat for primarily gusty winds with isolated hail and tornadoes, not out of the question with a level 2 risk here. That'll be from portions of southern Indiana and Ohio back through portions of northern Tennessee. So here's a look at that risk. Model's not coming together quite as well on this risk. As you can see, definitely nothing too severe going on with that, but some reds coming out of Indiana and Ohio. We'll keep an eye on this, as well as the snow that's going to get going into portions of the interior northeast. And of course, another thing we want to keep an eye on are the winds with the system, sustained up to 30 miles per hour in some of those northern areas, sustained 35 miles per hour in the Four Corners region. Very gusty at times all across the nation with this system as it moves from west to east. Of course, portions of Texas and Oklahoma might see some gusty winds, not just from the thunderstorms.